Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's talk about Monad or MON Coin. This is a layer 1 and it just launched, and it does have a really big hype, I would say, because it is a layer 1 and it is most likely the competitor of Solana as well as Sui as well as Ethereum as well as Aptos as well as Avalanche. So this is a new addition to that race. So let's see what happens. But as of now, the hype around Monad is fairly high, and if you look at the listings, the token is already available on Coinbase, Bithumb, Bybit, Bitget, Kraken, KuCoin, Get.io, Crypto.com, and pretty much all of the exchanges soon, and many more coming soon. So there is a possibility that it may get listed on the Binance as well. So there is that possibility, and so that means this is like a pretty massive launch. And if you look at its market cap, it already has a market cap of like 365 million at launch, so that is fairly massive. Now if you look at how their stats looks like at launch, if you look at the daily transaction, as of now they are averaging above 3 million, and they were averaging around 400k as you can see. But now since the mainnet launch, it has gone up to that 3 million level. And if you look at the total transactions, they are at 11 million. If you look at total active accounts, they are at 5.2k. If you look at the daily active account, over 100k, that is a lot, I would say. And if you look at the TPS, they are hitting 269 as of now, and daily TPS is at 39 as well. So overall, I guess these numbers do make sense since it just launched, so there is a little bit of hype around it. Anyways, now moving on to its DeFi. As you can see here, its mainnet just launched, and we already have a lot of D apps already deployed on Monad's mainnet, and there is Morpho as well as Uniswap. So these are the massive one, of course. Now in terms of its architectures, as you can see, they have 5 major areas. There is Monad BFT, there is Replicast, there are some parallel executions, and as you can see here, and there is also Monad DB for efficient storage of Ethereum state as well. Now this is also EVM compatible as well, so there is that going on. Now if you just go to its token, which is MON, before we talk about its price, let's just look at its token. So basically MON is an inflationary token like Ethereum, like Solana. So MON is inflationary, as you can see, although it does show it has a max supply of 100 billion, but this is not true. So if you look here, at the launch of the Monad public node, then total initial supply of the MON will be 100 billion tokens, as you can see here. This is how they allocated. Basically, out of these 100 billion, they gave 4% to category labs treasury. There is 27% going towards the team, 19.7% going towards the investor. There is ecosystem development 38.5. There is public sales 7.5. There is 3.3 airdrop, as you can see here. Now this is how the token release looks like. As of now, at launch, around 10.8 MON tokens are expected to be unlocked and in public circulation. As you can see here, as of now, the current circulating supply is at 10.8. Now if you look at these tokens are freely deployable for activity on Monad protocol. Approximately 38.5 billion tokens are expected to be allocated to ecosystem development. These tokens are unlocked, and basically they are controlled by the Monad Foundation. In total, approximately around 49.4 billion MON tokens are unlocked on day 1. So basically they are not counting these tokens as of now, but again they are still in the circulation, and the Monad Foundation can basically give it to their ecosystem team. So there is the possibility that in 2 to 3 months we could see token unlocks of these tokens, and that sell pressure can cause Monad or MON token to crash. Anyways, not talking about that as of now. Now in terms of if you look at investors as well as team, all of their tokens are locked. So I would say that is fairly good, and they will be unlocked from what I can see from November or like October of 2026. So that's fairly good, I would say. So there is still a pretty good window before MON token can do a pretty good surge. Now if we talk about like the token itself, it is like the native token of the MON protocol or the MON chain. So basically it is used for the transaction fees as well as staking, and it is also used basically it has the same utilities as Ethereum as well as Solana. Now in terms of like token supply changes, total supply is subject to inflation. As you can see here, we have block rewards and deflation. We have burning of the base transaction fee. So as of now, it does have a deflation. So the transaction fees consist of a base component and priority component, as described in the gas pricing docs. The base components of the each transaction fee is burned. So basically, unlike Ethereum, they are also burning fees, and they also have inflation as well. So their current inflation is like about 2 billion MON, 2% of initial total supply per year. So that is the inflation that we have as of now. So overall, a pretty good tokenomics, I would say. And if we look at the token unlocks, we don't have that many as well. So let's talk about its price. Now considering that this just launched, so and as this is a layer 1, there is a possibility, I think it did launch in a pretty rough market, I would say, because of now the BTC did go down, but I think there is a possibility that this can go as high as 1 billion, or even like as high as at least like 500 to 600 million, or you can say as high as 800 million. Because if we just look at the layer ones, we have like say, which is at 867, we have Injective at 570, and we have TIA at 534 million. Now if you look here, we have Sonic at 417, as you can see here, and after that we have Monad, as you can see. So I think as the token just launched, there is a possibility that MON can surge on a hype, and I think it can do like 2x or even 3x. So if it does like, let's say 3x, it can hit that 1 billion mark. If it doesn't, let's say if it does go as high as 700 million, there is a possibility that it can do 2x, and I think it is like possible it can do 2x. Now there is like these ecosystem development tokens that can come out and that can cause a massive crash in the market, but as of now I think we have like airdrop farmers as well as public sale. These are the two entities that I can see or that can sell the token as of now. But overall, if they do take profit, I think the hype around this token is fairly high that it can hit that like 700 to 800 million mark. And if it happens, there is a possibility that MON can easily hit like 6.7 cent or even 6.5 cent is the possibility as of now for this token. I think there is like, I think it can easily hit 7 cent as of now, since it is a newly launched token. But again, the issue is with Bitcoin. If the Bitcoin goes down, there's a possibility that MON can see a massive crash. If not, if BTC like continues to hold, I think it can easily do 2 to 3x. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you. So if it does 3x, I think it will go as high as 10 cent. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you.